Hello everyone. We have with us is Pulkit Jain. He's a JGPA student from 2016 batch. Uh, Pulkit had started a skincare company, but let's hear about his introduction from him since he's here. Pulkit, please tell the audience who you are and what are you doing in your life currently.
So thank you, Alisa ma'am, for having me here. I feel honored after, it's been like 5 years, almost like now 6 years since I graduated, and it still feels like I'm in college. So currently I've started my own business. Like right after I graduated, I started my own business, which is called City Lad Lifestyle. It's basically a men's grooming skincare brand. And currently, I'm working with my dad as well. I am working with him, helping him in his business. We are into third-party manufacturing of skincare products. So yeah, I'm helping him as well. So it's hectic right now, but I'm enjoying the business life and like JGBS, how JGBS drove me into the business life. So it's great to be
Got that.
working
Uh,
with my dad as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
Pulkit, let's understand do you mind explaining what is the name of your business? What is it all about? Let audience here, I mean, you're an alumni, they should be your prospective
Yeah.
customers in near future. Let's
Of
understand.
course. Yeah. So basically, the name of the brand is City Lad. It means like City Lad. If you break it down, it means, if I explain it in a very like a local language, it means Sheher ka chora, like city lad. So it's
Okay.
a very basic name. And when I was in my second year, I thought that, I should do something for us boys. And I saw the growing need in men's grooming and skincare products. So that's when I thought that I should start something of my own and help the boys. So I made this brand for boys. So I have many SKUs now. Like I have 26 SKUs which are solely for boys, which includes like the beard products, the shaving products. Then there are anti-chaffing products. Now I'm launching perfumes. So that's about my brand. And the very first product that I launched right after graduating was the 3-in-1 head to toe wash, which is basically a shampoo plus a body wash plus a face wash. So like I thought, like when I was in college, we used to get up very late, as you know, it's a boys hostel, and to get up at 7:30 a.m. and to attend 8 a.m. lecture is really difficult. And you need to decide if you need to brush or take a shower to go before the college. So you have to choose before the lecture. So I thought that I should create one product that is when you just apply that product and you take a quick shower. So right after graduating, I started my brand, and that was the first product that I launched. And I think it did get success, and I got some good feedback regarding that. It is helping them. So it eliminates two other products. Like you don't have to buy two other products. You can buy one product, and it's a quick shower. Just apply one product and apply it all over your body, and done. So that was the basic idea. And yeah, so I am working with my dad. So I mean, I get a lot of intel about ingredients and the good manufacturing practice, and I ensure that the product is of good quality grade, and they're of course they're pocket friendly and a premium, like the premium, but they're pocket friendly. So that's my USP. So yeah, that's about my brand.
About that. Startup for me, I mean for anyone, it's just not a word. It comes with a lot of responsibility. So, like I said, where you had that inception of thought to the execution of this thought,
Yeah.
let us hear this real struggles that you had because. Like you, there are other alumni who also have good thoughts and their idea has some substance. But what should be their checklist to make this thought an execution?
Yeah. So like, see, when I was in college in my third year, I had an elective called Managing New Ventures. It was taught by Professor Mayank Dhondia also. And we in that elective, I had like that. How can I start my own brand? I was always like, I will get into business with my family business. But then when I was in Managing New Ventures, I really got the zeal and urge to start something of my own. I thought that I can do something of my own, and that's where I got the, the confidence that I can do something of my own. So professors like Meenakshi Tomar ma'am, she really helped me. Like I used to sit with her throughout, like after the lectures, that I need to, start something of my own. Even when I was testing my products, I used to come to Jindal to show Meenakshi ma'am that, these are my products. What do you think about these? And I used to, just interact. Uh, and yeah, that's how. And I mean, my dad is like a pioneer in this industry. So I honestly did not face many challenges because he was always there by my side to help me. And my dadu also, like my grandfather also, he was also there. But I mean, he passed away recently, so I mean, I couldn't do that. But yeah, so coming out of a business family was really easy for me, honestly. But yeah, if you are, not coming from a business background, then it becomes difficult because then trademark and all you need contacts for that. I already had contacts, so like I had a head start. So that's why I could, launch. I didn't face any difficulty in launching my brand.
Got that. But is there any value add to those who do not come from business background? How should, now that you've been through that journey, so you knew the cushions that you had. If someone do not have those cushions, how should one plan their idea to execution?
I think if you have an idea that is good enough to execute that, of course you need resources, of course you need capital, of course you need contacts. Uh, but other than that, I think if the idea is good enough and you have the confidence in you, just go out and launch. Don't think about, because business is about taking risks, right? If you take the right risk, it might be fruitful for you. So it's all about risk. You have to take out the risk and you have to believe in yourself. You need to show some confidence. So I think that's about it, because I didn't face many challenges, so I'm not sure how can I, explain the students about that.
Got that. Did you
Yeah.
consider of only this idea or there were multiple ideas? I want to throw the real picture to the students. So there, at times there are failures.
Yeah.
Does failure, despite having that cushion, were part of your journey?
No, honestly, see, from like my dad is into this industry, so I thought that I will be in this industry, but I wasn't very sure that I should start something of my own. Like I mentioned in my third year, when I was in this selective managing new ventures, I got the zeal of to just start something on my own. But I did not consider of any other industry because my dad is into this industry, so I thought that it would be a head start for me, and why not just start with this industry. But now it's been like almost 3 years since I've launched CityLad, so now I am thinking to diversify into textiles industry maybe. So it's a maybe right now, but yeah, now I might be facing some challenges, and because I'm not from that industry, so I might be able to tell you more when I enter into that industry.
Okay, understanding how social media has taken over. Do you
Yeah.
think someone who do not have a background, social media could be a platform to introduce themselves? Is that the right medium?
Yeah, I think when I look back now, because like now I'm thinking, to make videos myself, because like social media, Instagram, Facebook, they're playing a major role in sales and everything. So you need to advertise correctly, and you need to use right influencers. Like they should be knowledgeable, and they it shouldn't be just out for the engage, like the reach and the likes and things like that. But now social media has become like an educational content. Like influencers, they teach you how to apply the product. So that's what I'm thinking to do now. I'm gonna start my own YouTube channel maybe in some days, and I'm gonna try to make videos of myself using the product, because like I'm the best person who can describe my product. So that's what I want to do. But yeah, social media is playing a major role. Um, Now, like I was also focusing more on e-commerce platforms earlier, but now I'm focusing more on social media platforms. Like direct sales through social media has increased majorly. Like so see pop up every day, and like you keep on seeing carousel ads of maybe t-shirts or something else, and then you click on that.
Got that.
So yeah,
So do you believe that it's important to have a business plan, proper business plan with startup, or and what are
yeah,
those steps for our students and everybody? Like I again mentioned, this the intent of this webinar is that it reach masses and it connect with them. So say
yeah.
for instance, I am one of the student who has a business plan. Could you guide me through the steps? Like now that I have a business plan, what next?
Right. I mean, it's I business plan is very significant to have because it increases the chances for your success. It provides you strategic planning, the funding, uh, it manages your risk. So, and I think the steps would be like a business plan should include the mission statement, like the explanation of your business's purpose, like what is the business about. Then there should be objectives of your business, like clear and achievable goals should be mentioned. There should be a business model that how the business would create revenue, right? Generate revenue. So that is most important because, and then you should have overview of your product, like describing your explanation of your product, that what are you offering. Um, I think those are major points, but then you need to mention your management team, the location of the business, description of the business, if you have any financial requirements, if you need any funding, then the USP, the USP is the main, I think, USP, the unique selling point should be the main thing in a business plan because it makes you differentiate from your competitors. Then, if you have any trademarks, you should mention them. And if you have any marketing, sales strategy, you should mention them. And of course, the revenue model has to be mentioned. So I think those are some, yeah, those are the main points I can think of right now in a business plan. Yeah.
In the initial conversation, you mentioned that you thought of a product and then you thought of a feedback. I
Yeah.
think the second step right away after the product came the feedback.
Mm.
Uh, who is your right and one is who is the right prospective person to get your feedback from? How did you get that? And immediately, what did you do once you had a feedback? Like, so for me, I think the first step is to just understand if this is a requirement of the market or not. That's feedback. So
Right. So yeah, of course. So marketing research is very important. So like even before launching the product, I started conducting surveys, like even for the name of the brand in my college only. Like uh, I think it was in my fifth semester when I started using my registers as, like last pages of my registers as like I was just writing, scribbling down names. Like I had a few potential names, like four or five names, and then I just gave it out. I surveyed that with, and I explained every, brand name that I could, that, which one is suiting the best. So I got good feedback. So like for me, the target audience is the youth of the country and the men and boys. So I took out surveys like I when I initially launched my product, I did not launch. I soft launched it. That means like I was making really small samples, like maybe 10 grams, 15 grams, 20 grams, and I was just reaching out to people and reaching out to my friends and family, giving it to them. And I contacted them after a month, just like I mean, even if the product was finished after 1 or 2 weeks. I contacted them after all of them after 1 month, and I asked them that how's the product, how's the long lasting, and everything I could ask, like if there is any itching. So in my industry, it could be for the sensitive skin, it might itch. So I got some feedback that it is causing a burning sensation. So I had to rectify that. So I mean, in order, like I had to produce large scale manufacturing, right? So in order to not do that like in the beginning, I did sampling first. Like similarly, I'm doing with perfumes right now. Whenever I have like small 4 ml samples right now, and with every e-commerce order I'm getting, I'm just giving out those
that's
tester samples just to. I mean, it's for free, right? And it has a barcode, so if somebody likes it, they can just directly. reach out to my website on that barcode. So yeah, that's the feedback thing I do. And yeah, I launch small samples, and I can do that because I mean, coming from this industry, I know the trends and everything. So I keep out testing things and do surveys. Like surveys are very important to gather feedback.
Once you attain a validation through market surveys, what was your next step immediately? So how we are understanding startup is idea, then market survey, and then what comes after market survey?
Market surveys after that, like just like you need to see your product. I mean, the sales has to be nice because one like I'm listed on over 10 plus e-commerce firms right now. So there's so much of competition. Like there are
Exactly.
200 pages on Amazon of the same thing. So you need to be different, right? How can you sell the product? So you need to market the product well and then sell it. Uh, I mean, it could be through, creating educational content. It could be through influencer marketing. It could be through content marketing. Whatever, meets your industry standards and whatever. So mine was like I did an influencer campaign for a whole year, and I was using influencers left, right. So I mean, I think maybe more than 200 influencers in that year, and I was just making videos, educating so that they have some gist about they have a trust for my brand, and once they have a trust, then if I have repeat customers, that's the best thing I can get, right? So I do have repeat customers, and once the customer buys again from you, then it means that your product is good, because skincare products, people don't want to change their brand.
Got that.
So I think, yeah.
Uh, so understanding you come from a business background, but what
Yeah.
have you done differently than others would have done while launch? Is there any USP that you have taken over other people? Is there any giveaway that you would want to give to the students on this thought?
I think I didn't do anything differently, but what I did was I used to spend time with my workers, with my R&D scientists, like my research and development scientists, with my even my laborers. Like I used to ask stupid questions, like what is this machine called? What does it do? And that made me like gain knowledge, like a lot of knowledge, things I didn't know. Like, I mean, what does this machine do? How does it work? So these basic stupid questions I used to ask every day, and I used to eat up heads of my R&D scientists. I used to keep sitting with them like for 3, 4 hours without any break. And I need my product to be the best, or in this manufacturing facility at least. So I used to ensure that my practice is being followed the way I want it to be. So I used to spend time. Like communication was the key for me, I think, that I did differently, because communication is very important. And if you communicate in the right manner, like I thought that, in the initial year that I shouldn't be asking these silly questions. These are so basic questions. I'll just Google and get it right. But no, when you ask a laborer also, like who's on a daily wage, he'll tell you so much more in a layman's language, and
Clearly.
he'll actually, show it to you that how it's working and what this ingredient might do, what this might do. So yeah, communication was the key.
Got that. For me, I understand, Pulkit, what I found out of this conversation with you, that where I feel that you have done a little different than others is that you started really early. Because anything you come up with, there'll be failures. And I think everyone should be prepared for that. So you left that scope within the when you were studying. So you were doing your market
Yeah.
research, and I think that is another thing that
I mean,
everybody should.
yeah, I did start. Yeah, I would just like to mention that, even when I was in college for second, third year, whenever I used to come back to my home, I used to go to my dad's factory and, visit practical world. So just to gain knowledge and go to him, like, with him in his meeting. So that really helped me. And yeah, you're right. I mean, I start pretty early because at my age, people are still, I mean, at 25, I'm 25, people are still studying. And I already have a business which has which is profitable. So I'm really happy. And
So that the thirst for, striving and excelling in life, brought you where you are today. However,
yeah,
understanding that you had that financial support, is there anything those who do not have financial support, uh, is funding a big challenge, Pulkit? You had
it is challenging. So I didn't get funding done because like I had my own capital, and I think I don't want funding in the future as well, because like now I'm okay and I don't feel like selling my company to anyone else. It's basically my baby and I just want to grow and nurture it. But yeah, funding is a it's very difficult. You need to strike on the right points, and like you need to be clear with the brand strategy and the mission and the vision of your business. If you're going to for example, if you're seeking funding and you're going to an investor, you need to have the right points that, he should see that the future is looking good for the company. Like you need to be sure, and only you can do that. Like the business owner can do that. That if it's a good idea, he can project sales and he can show, and then that's how. Because I didn't really get into this procedure. I didn't go for any investment. I started with really low investment, and I keep on, just and so I keep on building and I invest in mutual funds and etc. So from there, I take out half the money, put it into City Lag, and half the money I invest back. So that's what I'm doing right now. But for the future, if I might not go to an investor, but also I went to Shark Tank just for experience. I went to the first season just for the experience, like how's it, and it was really nice. They grilled me a lot. Like, I mean, I was into the Delhi auditions round. They grilled me a lot and they asked me questions I didn't know that they exist. So that's when, I thought that investment is very difficult. I mean, seeking investment, you need to be right with like, even if you started your business, it's been an year or something, you need to be like, any digit cannot be from here to there, like right, it cannot be changed. You need to be very apt and appropriate with your digits and your profitability. Like you need to show that you will be profitable in the future. So that's how you can see it.
Although I'm not from this fraternity and my understanding is little low, I think any student who's just coming up with the idea would want to know what are the drawbacks of funding? Do we end up giving a lot of share from our business? How is, like you clearly mentioned that you don't want to go for funding.
Yeah.
What are the drawbacks? Like the proportion that, uh, the major task is done by us, the proportion is taken by them. How does it look like?
I mean, yeah, so if you are giving your shares, right, your equity, so the major part of the business goes to the investor. So sometimes what happens is we can, just do whatever they want to do with your business. I mean, it's your baby and they are telling you how to. Maybe it might be fruitful, but I think it's just that you become someone's employee, right? You started
Mm.
your business to be a leader. You don't want to be employee. I don't want to be an employee, and I don't want to give major profit uh, to the investor. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not. I mean, it has a con. I mean, it is beneficial. I mean, you get money and then you can do whatever you want. You can, you know, you can manufacture in large scale basis and you can advertise. You can do a whole lot of things. But it's just that I don't feel like, I mean, to give most of the major part to to somebody I don't know. And I don't want that, I want the company to run my way, whether it takes 5 years, 6 years to get there. But yeah, so I feel like that's
Pulkit, one last thing.
yeah,
It's a request. If anybody intends to get a more understanding and has an idea and wants to seek your guidance, would you be comfortable on that? Any of the
yeah,
students?
sure.
So if
Of
do you
course.
mind sharing your email ID here so that even after watching video, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, could get in touch.
Sure thing. I'll do that.
And any last piece of advice for the students now that we are wrapping it up? Anything that you
I
want?
mean, I would just like to say that these 3 years when I was in my college, those were the best years of my life till date. I mean, really miss. I was think last year for the alumni meet. I was there in college, and nostalgia hit me like so bad. I could see everything, and and I mean, cricket has been my love since the beginning. So I saw the cricket pitch, I saw the lights, and I was like, I want to do MBA here again. But yeah, so I feel like the college is the best time. You need to. I mean, I made a lot of network there. So now I have friends all over India. Wherever I go, I have friends there. I have business friends. I'm doing business with my friends. So I mean, it Juju has saved me. Like I wasn't this, interactive, and I used to be like very much in myself only, and mostly into sports. But after GGO, I mean, my personality, I've been very outgoing. I like to talk to people. I, I mean, I just like to talk, communicate. And yeah, so advice would be that yeah, just enjoy these how much time you have in the college and just nourish it. Will make you a good person for sure.
Got that. Thank you, Pulkit.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was one very enriching session. I think it would help our students. Thanks a ton, and we'll stay connected. Thank you, Pulkit.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.